E buongiorno a tutti cari amici e cari amiche, benvenuti anche a questa ultima puntata di ottobre. E come sapete ad ottobre l'ultima puntata è l'episodio siciliano La Vita Je Bedda.
Lo sapete, La Vita Je Bedda
su 93.3 FM CFMU Radio. Il nostro DJ Peppe è già carico, pronto, e abbiamo anche un ospite speciale.
Sì.
E chi abbiamo, Gio?
Sì, abbiamo il grande Charles Criminisi,
buongiorno.
Grande amico.
Buongiorno a tutti, grazie.
Buongiorno, ciao. Ci vogliamo chiamare Calogero? Che facciamo?
Sì, Calogero, Lillo, Liggiu.
E vabbè, tutti i soprannomi, insomma, no?
Peppe e Liggiu.
Il nostro Lillo, che è president of the
Sicilian Cultural Society.
Exactly, here in Hamilton, so...
we're going to have a nice conversation with Charles Criminisi, president of the Sicilian Cultural Society of Hamilton. As I'll go right off the top, congratulations to Charles as he's being recognized as the Racamutesi of the Year by the Festa Maria Santissima del Monte and the Racamutesi Club this year. So congratulations, Charles, on that. And so welcome during our program. And of course, we got lots to talk about as chair of the Sicilian Cultural Society of Hamilton. Welcome, Chad. I'll leave the floor to you. Welcome.
Thank you. Here we are with the Sicilian Cultural Society putting on a week of Sicilian arts and sciences during the week of November the 20th. And that is a three-part week that we're very proud to bring to the community. We're starting the week with a film about Pirandello, Luigi Pirandello, called La Stranezza. I saw this film at the Taormina Film Festival this past summer. Loved it. The actors, the director, the crew were there, and just loved it and thought it would be something that the city of Hamilton deserves to see.
And you have the rights to that movie.
Yeah,
here.
we obtained the rights to show it, and here we are. Stranezza is a very interesting story, just very, very briefly. Luigi Pirandello, from the time he was a child, used to sort of get spaced out or go through a condition that his mother called La Stranezza. And every time he went through one of these phases, he would come out and create some great work of art. And so this film tells the story of Luigi Pirandello, probably in his 60s, going through another episode of Stranezza, and basically coming out of it and creating one of his most famous plays. I'm probably going to butcher the name of it, but it was Cinque personaggi in cerco di un autore, something along that line.
Sei persone, no?
Sei, maybe sei, I don't know.
Cinque sei. Yeah.
You'll all have to watch the film to see if there was 5 or 6.
That's right.
So we're bringing that film, very proud of it. It's going to be at the Playhouse on November the 21st. On the November 23 and 24, we are bringing the North American premiere of La Scomparsa di Majorana, The Disappearance of Majorana, which is a play based on a book by Leonardo Sciascia from Racalmuto. Leonardo Sciascia's grandson, Fabrizio Catalano, who lives in Rome, adapted the book to a stage play. It's been toured around the world, never in North America, so we're very happy that we get the chance to see it here. And there'll be at least 2 performances, one on the evening of the 23rd and then matinee on the 24th.
Thursday and the Friday, right.
And that proves to be a very great story, very timely, actually, because of the Oppenheimer film. A lot of people's focus now is on the Second World War and the atomic bomb, etc., etc. Majorana was a contemporary of Oppenheimer, worked with Fermi and others, and mysteriously disappeared. It actually happened in 1938. It disappeared.
That's right.
So Sciascia let his imagination run wild with what could have happened and why to Majorana. He wrote the novel, and then his grandson adapted it to this play. So we're very excited about this week, and we specifically called it a week of arts and sciences because each of those things that I just finished talking about has an element of both art and science in it.
That's right.
So we hope that the listening public and others will reach out. And see it.
Yeah, in particular the La Scomparsa di Majorana. We've been in discussions with Fabrizio Catalano. It's been a year now, I think.
Yeah, about a year.
Yeah,
about a year.
And we've been going back and forth. We were wondering whether or not we could pull it off, and one issue after another, and it's really become a labor of love, and we're getting closer and closer to that day. And of course, there's going to be about 4 actors primarily for the.
There'll be 4 actors. So it's a play that has 4 actors, one set.
Yeah.
Basically that Joe Bayardo is creating as we speak.
Currently building it.
4 actors, and coming with them are 3 other people. So one is the producer, Cino who is actually of Greek descent. Fabrizio Catalano, the playwright director,
who happens to be Leonardo Sciascia's oldest
grandson. And then a gentleman by name Matteo, who looks after the tech, the audio, video, and visuals, and all that stuff. Yeah, so we're very excited about it.
Very interesting story, and like you say, very timely in that Ettore Majorana was Enrico Fermi called him a genius, and many of the stories that have been discovered about Majorana is that he was a shy boy, but he was a genius early on. He could play chess at the age of 6 and multiply 3-digit numbers in his head and solve them very early on as a child. And when he was asked by his teacher to answer a question, he would crawl under his desk and then yell out the answer in class. So I think by today's standards, he would be considered an autistic genius. I think. By today's standards, but it's an incredible story. There's some issues that Sciascia picks up with regards to the possibility of suicide, and he leaves it up to the audience to decide what the possibilities were, whether there was also a fascist influence in his disappearance, whether it was his faith that caused him to contemplate, because his discoveries were the nuclear atom. So it was significant in that regard, and also many of his accomplishments. Enrico Fermi would just go crazy because he wouldn't publish his own accomplishments, and other scientists would take credit for his discoveries, and he was quite happy with them taking credit for it in the journals at the time. So it's interesting. We really look forward to that play in particular.
And of course, Majorana was born in Sicily. Mm-hmm. He was born in Catania in 1906.
Yes.
And so we love how the week has come together, because we have men of science, Fauci, Majorana. Mm-hmm. We're presenting these all in art forms.
Yes.
And it should prove to be just a wonderful week. We have some partners coming over from Sicily. The event, I should mention that the play is made possible through the generous support of the Istituto di Cultura Italiana of Toronto, and also one of our major sponsors is the Fondazione Sciascia, which is based in Racalmuto, receives its funding through the Italian government. So we have this sort of cross-Atlantic project happening here.
Yeah, and we're so confident about the play in particular that Charles himself has also put out his own money to make sure that this play is going to be a success. So he's one of the major sponsors too, and along with Sicilia Kanda and Sam Cino and myself, and the Festa Racamutese and the Racamutese Club were contributors to this. So it's really incredible how the community has come together and supported this. And tickets are going. We're about a third sold out for the Thursday night, and things are picking up for the matinee on the Friday. So
I should say that how to get tickets. Yes. So for the play, it's zoetic.ca. Mm-hmm. I think I have the right thing.
That's correct.
Zoetic.ca. Just look for Disappearance of Majorana. For Fauci, you call Liuna. There's a phone number at Liuna, the events number, or you email events@liuna.ca. And for the film, it's we're selling it through Eventbrite. Cino Insieme, our film group, is selling it through Eventbrite, and it's at the Playhouse.
Now, La Stranezza, that in English it means the strangeness, right? The strangeness. So Pirandello, of course, was the author of Il Teatro dell'Assurdo, right? So that's where the strange. It's incredible how his stories have all that twist in it, and it's unbelievable. Even the short stories, the plays, everything. Yeah.
There's another thread that I wanted to mention through these events that we're putting together, and that is that at the end of La Stranezza, there is a dedication. The director has a dedication to Sciascia. Mm-hmm. I can't quote the dedication precisely, but there's a dedication. Mm-hmm. So I asked someone in the know over there why this dedication from the director. And what I was told was that Pirandello was Sciascia's mentor. And Sciascia looked up to him. In fact, on his desk, beside his typewriter, still today, because they have the desk and the typewriter, is a photograph of Pirandello, and it would sit right beside Sciascia's typewriter. So virtually everything he wrote, he's looking at Pirandello while he's doing it. Mm-hmm. And then Sciascia, in turn, was a mentor to many. And in fact, the director of La Stranezza was a gentleman by the name of Roberto Andò from Palermo, was kind of a disciple of Sciascia, and Sciascia took him under his wing and brought him along, and is significantly responsible for that man being a very famous and successful film director. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sciascia's grandson, the playwright, is also a filmmaker.
Right.
So it just goes on and on.
Yes, sure.
It just one artist spawns another artist, spawns another artist, and it goes on and on. So we're happy about that, because those threads go through the whole week of what we're talking about.
I was going to say, I'd like to point out, what the Sicilian Cultural Society is doing, and Charles and Joe, from just so that everyone is aware of the caliber of these artists and individual. Pirandello not only won a Nobel Prize, but he influenced artists that maybe more people are aware of, such as Jean-Paul Sartre, Bertolt Brecht. We're talking about titans in the literature, and as well as Sciascia is considered to be one of the greatest writers in Italy overall. And the fact that he just happens to be from Racalmuto, and it just happens to be that we have so many people from Racalmuto here, I think I hope the audience can appreciate that this is not simply something because it's Racalmuto. It's truly an incredible opportunity that we are given, and that we're grateful for, thanks to the incredible work from the organization led by Charles, with Joe and Sam and so on. And so I highly encourage everyone to take advantage of it, because it is certainly a week of arts and science, but one that's, I would say, global. Just beyond Racalmuto, whether you're from Racalmuto or not, this is something that you should that I highly encourage you to attend because of that. So bravi, complimenti. Complimenti davvero.
State buoni e ci vediamo in novembre.
State buoni a novembre, mi raccomando, cos'è? Da novembre 21, 22, 23, 24 mi raccomando, a The Playhouse per la Stranezza, e infine la scomparsa di Majorana at the Zwerg Theater. Quindi tanto di cui essere grati, di cui essere felici, e quindi mi raccomando, questo alla fine è il motivo per cui siamo qua con La Vita è Bedda. La vita è bella quando abbiamo questi bei eventi che possiamo apprezzare insieme, in compagnia. They'll all be, Charles and Joe, I'm sure will be out there. I believe after the movie there is Ernesto Vilgurti is going to have sort of
a wine and cheese reception with some discussion about the film.
That's right. And we got to thank Ernesto right off the bat, of course, for
he's actually our official translator too of the script.
Yes,
there you go.
Of the script. So
perfetto.
Ernesto.
Quindi mi raccomando, grazie ancora al nostro DJ Peppe, come sempre carico, pronto con le sue. Purtroppo non abbiamo ascoltato tutte le canzoni. We'll have more for next time.
Next time.
For next time. Quindi grazie ancora, grazie a Charles, grazie anche a Joanne qui, che abbiamo una fan che è pronta ad ascoltarci. Come dice, Assa benedica.
Ciao a tutti, Assa benedica.
Eccoci qua.
A tutti.
Buona domenica.
Ciao.